On June 16, 2024, air raid sirens blared across Kyiv as Russia unleashed a relentless aerial assault on the Ukrainian capital. This marked the 18th attack on the city since the beginning of March, and a stark escalation in the ongoing conflict. Explosions rocked the city as Russian missiles rained down, targeting critical infrastructure and civilian areas. The assault served as a grim reminder of the ever-present danger faced by Ukrainians. This latest attack on Kyiv is part of a wider pattern of Russian aggression against Ukraine. The Kremlin's forces have repeatedly targeted civilian centers, causing widespread destruction and claiming the lives of innocent men, women and children. The international community has condemned these attacks as war crimes, demanding accountability for the atrocities committed. The June 16th attack on Kyiv resulted in numerous casualties, adding to the already heavy toll the war has taken on Ukraine. Hospitals were overwhelmed with the injured, and first responders worked tirelessly to rescue survivors from the rubble of destroyed buildings. The human cost of this conflict continues to rise, leaving a deep scar on the people of Ukraine. Beyond the immediate casualties, the constant threat of attacks has had a devastating impact on the mental health of Ukrainians. Living under the shadow of war has created a pervasive sense of fear and uncertainty. The psychological trauma inflicted by this conflict will undoubtedly have long-lasting consequences for generations to come. The recent attacks on Kyiv have further crippled Ukraine's already strained energy infrastructure. Power outages were reported throughout the city and surrounding areas, disrupting essential services and impacting the daily lives of millions. The targeting of power grids is a deliberate tactic employed by Russia to demoralize the Ukrainian population and undermine their resilience. The destruction of energy infrastructure has far-reaching consequences, extending beyond the immediate inconvenience of power cuts. Hospitals, schools and businesses are all impacted by the lack of reliable electricity, hindering their ability to function effectively. The deliberate targeting of civilian infrastructure is a clear violation of international law and constitutes a war crime. Section 4. A call to action. In the face of continued Russian aggression, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a desperate plea for increased international support. He has called for bold decisions from global partners, urging them to provide Ukraine with the necessary military aid to defend itself against Russia's relentless attacks. Zelensky has stressed the urgency of the situation, emphasizing that the future of Ukraine and the security of Europe hang in the balance. Zelensky's call to action underscores the critical role that international partners play in supporting Ukraine's fight for survival. The provision of military aid, humanitarian assistance and economic support is essential to bolstering Ukraine's resilience and deterring further Russian aggression. Section 5. The global stage. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has far-reaching implications for global security, highlighting the fragility of peace in the 21st century. While Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed a willingness to discuss security issues with NATO, he has also made veiled threats about Russia's nuclear capabilities, raising concerns about the potential for escalation. The international community must remain resolute in its support for Ukraine and its condemnation of Russia's unprovoked aggression. Diplomatic efforts must continue alongside tangible measures to hold Russia accountable for its actions and deter further aggression. The stakes are high, and the world is watching as the conflict in Ukraine unfolds, hoping for a swift and peaceful resolution.